Manalo, your Mapeh 9 teacher. So, we are going to continue our lesson. In Music 9, we are going to have our lesson 2, which is the performance practices on medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque periods. So, tulad po ng nauna nating lesson, meron tayong tatlong period na i-discuss. And let's have first the medieval period. So, under this medieval period, meron po tayong tinatawag na sacred music. And etong sacred music na to is often accompanied by instruments, and its rhythmic character was marked, but the sung prayers were often unaccompanied. So, ang sacred music po, ito yung mga music na usually naririnig natin sa simbahan. And ito yung mga dasal na ginagawang kanta kahit walang accompaniment. So, dito po sa music na to, exclusion of women, elevation of unison singing, and exclusion of instruments served to establish a clear differentiation between the musical performance on the synagogue and that of the street. Dito sa music na to, wala po tayong maririnig na babae. Okay? Hindi po kasali ang mga babae sa style of singing ng panahon na to. Meron din tayong dinatawag dyan or nabanggit dyan na unison singing. So when we say unison singing, isang tono lang po ang ating maririnig. Okay, nung panahon din ng era na to, ng medieval period, so nandito yung tinatawag natin na choir. So choir are the group of singers composed solely of men and boys who assumed the musical role of answering and contrasting the solo singing of the priest. Ang members ng choir noong panahon na to, o ng grupo nung panahon na to, grupo sila ng mga manganganta, ay halos puro lalaki po. Okay? Next, under this medieval period, meron po tayong secular music na tinatawag. So, several groups of medieval performers developed literary and musical genres based on vernacular text. Ang secular music naman nung panahon na to, ginagamit sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Yung mga music sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Okay, so traveling performers in Western Europe sang, did tricks, and danced to earn their living. So, ang mga musicians nung panahon na to, naglalakbay sila para makapag-perform at syempre, para kumita. Ang tawag daw sa kanila sa south of France ay troubadours, sa north ay trouvier, and yung class of artist knights, ang tawag sa kanila ay mini singers. So, ang ginagawa ng mga to, they sang love songs with religious fervor. So, para ma-express nila ng ayos, kumakanta. Ang music ng panahon na to, ang musical style, so sila kumakanta po ng love songs with religious fervor. Okay? So, that's all for medieval period. Let us proceed to the other era, which is the Renaissance period. So, sabi dyan, invention of music printing helped in the concept improvisation within the performance practice. So, dito po nauso na yung imprenta. Yung mga musical scale nila noon, na panahon na to, ay nakaprint na. Okay? So, etong mga printed descriptions of instruments and their discussions of tuning and technique supplied the needs of professional and non-professional musicians. So, naging mas madali sa mga professional musicians at syempre sa mga non-professional musicians ang mag-ayos ng mga music ng panahon na to dahil nga meron na silang mga printed descriptions o meron na silang mga hawak na imprenta. Instrumental, vocal, and combined performance both on sacred and secular music. So, sa sacred at sa secular music, maririnig mo na daw, or meron ka ng maririnig na instrument, meron ng vocal, pinagko-combine na siya. Kung nung nauna, sila ay isa lang ang maririnig mo, or isang tono lang, dito, or isang accompaniment lang ang maririnig mo, dito, pwede nang may instrument, at meron na ding vocal. Okay? Dissemination of chansons, motets, and masses of polyphonic practice into the fluid style. So, meron tayong tinatawag dito na chanson, cabaret song yon. So, ito yung mga masasayang mga kantahin o mga masasayang awitin or masasayang tugtog. So, meron din tayong motets. Ang motets naman ito naman ay isang song sa simbahan na walang accompaniment. So, pero polyphonic siya kasi it's either iba't ibang klase ng boses ang naririnig mo. Okay? So, ang masses naman, ito ay kantang pangsimbahan din kasi ito ay combination na ng instrument and vocal. Okay? Churches and aristocratic courts hired musicians as composers, performers, and teachers. So, yung mga simbahan daw at saka yung mga aristocratic courts, hinag-hire sila ng mga musician, ginagawa nila syempre composer, performer, at the same time ay teacher. Composers found ways to make vocal music more expressive of the text they were setting, and secular music absorbed techniques from sacred music and vice versa. So, ang secular music daw, kinukuha niya yung technique na meron sa sacred music, so as yung sacred music, kumukuha din siya ng technique or style ng pagkanta sa secular music. Okay? So, that's all for the Renaissance period. Now, let's have the third one, or the last period or era, the Baroque period. So, sabi dyan, common practice, tonality, harmony, rhythm, and duration. Nung panahon kasi ng Baroque period, so nauso na dito yung mga sofa syllables, yung mga minor and major key. So, nauso na siya nung panahon na to. So, kaya nagkaroon na ng tinatawag na harmony, rhythm, and duration. At itong mga to, elements to ng music. Ito yung mga elements ng music. Okay, composers experimented with finding a fuller sound for each instrumental part or nauso yung tinatawag nating orchestra. At ito daw pong orchestra na to, these are consist of strings, woodwinds, brass, keyboards, and percussions such as harpsichord, organ, recorder, cello, cornet, timpani, tambourine, and etc. Okay? So that's all for the Baroque period. And of course, for your activity number 1, ang title ng activity is Stop, Look, and Listen. Okay? So, this is a video presentation. Anong gagawin? You are just going to watch the link of the video presentation. Manonood lang po tayo sa activity 1. Okay? So, ayan po. Panoorin natin ang video presentation.
Feliz, gioie amore sciaman e allegrie de forte cortesia calmo no ricorni manentia tu miel da show.
2 entitled Back at 1. So, video presentation. Sabi dyan, make sure daw po na napanood ninyo yung video sa activity 1. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka basta makakasagot sa activity 2 kung hindi mo pinanood ang video presentation, which is yun yung activity number 1. Okay, so kung napanood mo, you are going to answer the process questions below for 5 points each yun, ha? So, process questions, I'm sorry. So, number 1, what was the difference between sacred and secular music during the medieval period? Ano daw yung pinagkaiba ng sacred at secular music noong panahon ng medieval period? At second question, which of the 3 periods did you enjoy and want to explore more? And why? Alin daw dun sa 3 period ang na-enjoy mong panoorin at gusto mo pang i-explore? At bakit? Okay? So, that's all for lesson 2. See you on lesson 3.